About the Nile River. Well, the project actually began with, I believe, Britain or England and Germany. Somewhere way back in time, basically. I was doing some mining up there or something like that. The water used to just run all over the valley, basically meandering, and they even did this thing where we would even move the river a little bit because you could easily build berms, and they were like directing water to certain towns or something where we'd actually switch around the towns or something like that. Eventually, I just started doing this digging project. I straightened it out because I wanted to turn it into, I forget exactly what it is. It used to just run. I think at first we might have done it evenly, but it wouldn't run evenly or something like that. And I wanted to do like this fish pond or something. It was this big project. And so we started digging out with steam shovels to kind of like try and meander and grab it. And there was even like this old ancient tribe that used to live up on the mountain where it used to all get around. And we dug channels around in there, and then we dug them down and had some little waterways and stuff. They planned it out. I think it was like England, Britain, and Germany basically planning this out. And then we dug it, and then they're like, there's this big rock in the way. We had to blast that, and they're blasting it like crazy. There's pictures of it and everything. Like I said, all my building projects, there's pictures of everything. I was basically just directing people, paying people, getting people motivated to do this thing, and they wanted food and everything else like that. So it took forever to like get it to like go a certain way. And I think we did soil samples digging down to see where it was the deepest or something like that, or where we could do it the best. Basically, it was all planned out, like I say. And even the flooding of the plains that it used to do was like planned out like thousands of years ago or something like that, like 500 years ago or something. It's like a 500-year project or something, a 150-year project. Anyway, they and I think the upper area was actually like a fish pond or whatever. There's like a big fish pond up there, and we planned all that out, and the fish would poop and stuff and eat the plants and stuff like that, and then we'd go down in there and stuff. And there's all this things I forget the details of it. Like I said, I mean, you'd have to go to look in England probably, or Germany. They had the plans for it basically, and it was all planned out as part of. It's one of the reasons why JFK wanted to bomb and get rid of Germany, is because it shows that basically I had been financing all this stuff. I devaluated the first currency or whatever. We spent so much building stuff with Germany that that it basically devaluated the money a lot, and then or something like that. Anyway, all money was actually like red money or German money, and then. I created like the dollar bill and stuff, and I had like four currencies or something like that. It gets all complicated. Anyway, though, I also had silver dollars and other metal coins. We were mining like crazy, and it was a matter of getting enough eventually over time, which with steam shovels and all kinds of different mining techniques really hit its stride somewhere around Panama. And then, of course, Roosevelt was trying to take over Panama, and so was Truman, basically. But I owned it, basically, and everyone knew it. So basically, and then I had all these other dam projects and building projects in conjunction with Germany and England, basically. And then pretty much a couple of people like NASA wanted to come in, and he was working for me for a while or something, or he shot someone that was working for me, and I just said, oh well, whatever, took him over. And then he was attacking like things, and I was like, no, and like he like did some sort of thing where he was like, we built some stuff with Germany and Britain, and then he went in there and shot the people, and then took it over and was like claiming that he owned the cars and he owned the money and blah blah blah. And it's like, no, you don't. That was actually like Germany or Britain's money or something like that. And he turned out he was beating his wife or something like that, so we killed him. And then he was a problem. He was basically just going around basically trying to take over Egypt, and he was trying to get the Air Force, and he was trying to basically, he was going to bomb a bunch of people and kill a bunch of people, or had killed a bunch of people, so we had to take him out. Like, he was attacking Israel or something like that, and basically just a guy with a gun, pretty much, it turned out. And he had like Filipino army or something, I don't really know. Like, he was like a big Filipino guy or something like that, and like had a Filipino army behind him, a little Filipino army behind him. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, they're going around killing people and stuff like that, and it was bad. I don't know. I mean, a bunch of race war, a bunch of different things, and like in the end, I was like, whatever. Oh, what a nightmare. Anyway, I did the PR campaign, of course, and got them motivated and actually spent all the money for the dam. And they actually built, I think they actually mined the metal, and it didn't turn out to be as good as they thought it was, or they overvalued it or something like that. And they had a deficiency of metal, and I had loaned them a bunch of metal for the building of the dam or something. I forget exactly what the details were of it, but basically they didn't have the money for it. He didn't have the support or the money. And it took a lot of money to actually do it. And basically, anyway, he was living off of it or whatever, and it was just a big nightmare. It's like, no, you don't own that, I own that. And he turned out to kind of like be a crazy psychopath, I think, like that or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. You'd have to ask his wife and daughter. Like, they knew him best, and I think they asked for help or something like that from some of my people, and I was like, yeah, go ahead, or something like that. And we dealt with him, or they dealt with him. Anyway, and there's like this other crazier Filipino guy that was actually like nuts or something, that was really going around killing people. Anyway, he had like this general or somebody, I don't really know the details of it. There was like a couple of people that were like really, really psycho, and I don't know, he was psycho or psycho-ish. I had other people deal with all the details of all that. You know, I mean, I have a huge team and had a huge team, and like they were doing this little thing, like I say, JFK, he didn't do the moonshot mission. The United States didn't really go to the moon like that. That was actually like my money, and they were my rocket engines that were actually from Russia or someplace like that. And they tried to buy them, they couldn't buy them, but anyway, I wanted to do the moon mission though, so it went through, and like I said, I put a car on the moon because, you know, I invented the car and everything. So that's why that all happened. And that took like 3 countries actually to do, and also was a fair amount of titanium, which JFK Nixon didn't have. You know, he went to Russia and tried to kill the people that had built the rocket engines because he wanted them, and then basically, you know, they were just running around killing people, and it turned out that he was a psychopath, along with Nixon, which was actually JFK, just facelift and with his voice sounded a little lower like this, and he couldn't talk any higher than that. Yeah, Big Nicky, Tricky Nicky, as they say. Yeah, whatever. It was actually like JFK, and he actually killed his Secret Service agent, who was Nixon, and imprisoned his wife for like ever, basically, and she knew it wasn't him. So anyway, it's this big, long, complicated, convoluted thing, and basically was a whole bunch of people just putting things on TV that weren't necessarily true. And I mean, anyway, though, it was all my money, or my money from Germany. You know, I mean, just because you have the money to build something doesn't mean you can actually build it. It actually takes a lot of materials and a lot of money and a lot of trains and a lot of shipping and a lot of other groups to build stuff. And usually takes hundreds of years. And realistically, I mean, like when you start something, when you finish something, you know, that can take a whole lifetime. And mostly it was more about me and my money and everything I was doing than anything else. And they were just trying to hold it off until I told people. So they were trying to have me killed before that. So to find out that I was actually Lucifer, the Lucifer, because they wanted to end me for all their horrible war crimes that they did, and all the killing and extortion and forcing of people and shooting of people and addicting people to drugs and everything else that they did that was basically not much more than them saying work or die, or suck my dick or die, or something equally as pathetic. And realistically, it was just my money from my car empire and my mass production empire and my research that had actually gotten them somewhere. You know, they had nothing to do with any of it. They didn't they didn't own the researchers. They didn't have the specialists. You know, they tried to kidnap specialists and hold them hostage while they did the project, and then they were going to kill them or something like that, or I don't really know, like all these details. And they had more to do with what I was doing, my empire, and than anything else, because I'm the real Lucifer and creator of 800 galaxies, and basically they just wanted to kill me. And it's like, well, you know, which basically just leaves a whole bunch of people going, what the fuck, in the future. Like, yeah, well, whatever. You know, it's my planet, my sun. But hey, oh well.